In this video, I am testing out the new OBSBOT Tiny 3 camera, which is this guy that I'm looking at here and not this guy here. I have a side-by-side shot so that you can see the difference between my built-in MacBook Pro M1 series camera, my just FaceTime camera, and the new Tiny, which is absolutely incredible. The quality of this camera and the size, it's literally like this big. It's smaller than even some of their other already pretty small cameras. It has full PTZ functionality. It is a 4K webcam. It comes with an adorable little case and a magnet so you can attach it really easily to the top of a monitor, a display, or your laptop like I am right now. I thought it would be a more appropriate test to show you outside of my studio space. So in the studio, obviously I have studio lighting. I have my Shure microphone. I've got all of the stuff in that space. And obviously this camera over delivers in that place. But what it really does is it shines in spaces that are not usually studio spaces. So I'm here right now in my kitchen. I'm actually using the OBSBOT Tiny 3 microphone at the same time as the camera itself. So all in, I have just my laptop, a USB cable connecting the camera directly into my laptop, and I'm using Ecamm Live to record this video with all of my graphics and all of my production tools. But I can put this entire setup into a bag and carry it with me on the go. That means I'm able to record podcasts, social media videos, join Zoom meetings and other sessions and presentations, all with a much better video quality. And the microphone in this is pretty darn good. I would say it's leagues better than what's built into my MacBook, and it's got some really cool functionality. It's got spatial audio. So if I was to put this in the middle of a table, everyone sitting around the table, this camera would track everyone as well as capture everyone's audio, and it responds to the different people talking, which is great for conferences, but also incredible if you're doing podcast interviews, or if you're just going to go and you want to be able to record a conversation, which is perfect for content creators in the space that I'm in. I wanted to take you a little bit behind the scenes and show off some of the cool features of this camera. So I'm going to turn on Ecamm Live demo mode. This will let you see kind of behind into the studio space. This is what Ecamm looks like. And then you can see here on the right, I have open the OBSBOT Center, and that allows me to control some of the extra features within this camera. You can connect up to 4 different cameras simultaneously into your computer, and then they will show up here in OBSBOT Center, so you can toggle back and forth between them. For the purposes of this video, I just have the Tiny 3 connected here in this one spot. And then you have a whole bunch of features, settings that you can play around with here. So there is just all kinds of stuff built in that's definitely worthwhile for you to take a look at. For my purposes, I tend to be generally by myself in a studio space, or I'm on the go, but I'm doing pretty simple styled interviews and collaborations. So I usually am going to have it tracked under single mode. And then I have auto zoom turned off. And then I've messed with a couple of these different settings, but it's really great to be able to take a look, make sure you have the OBSBOT Center app ready to go and play around with these features as they best suit your needs. You still have this PTZ control dashboard, I guess, joystick, where you can do things like be able to steer the camera around manually. A lot of these features are also built right into Ecamm. So if you ever want to be able to drive one of these cameras natively within Ecamm, you can do that as well. But this tool is built right in here. And then again, I'm on a wide shot. What I want to show you today is that there are obviously all of the different image settings you can come in here and mess with. Exposure, and you can play around with white balance, or you can do like what I do for the most part and just toggle these all over to auto for the most part. You can tweak stuff. But again, I'm in my kitchen in my home, and I have pretty yellow overhead lights. So nothing special, no studio lighting or equipment in here. And the camera quality is definitely leagues above this FaceTime camera, and not awful, all things considered, just coming in here literally out of the box, plugged into my computer and ready to go. And again, what blows me away is I'm using the microphone as well, which you would expect wouldn't be as great quality as some of the other like more expensive microphones out there, but it's pretty darn good for how small it is. It's like the pinpoint size within this camera, and the audio comes through great. So definitely awesome if you haven't yet invested in a microphone, or you're traveling and want to be able to just bring something easily on the go with you. If you come over here into the more settings, this is where there is lots and lots of fun functionality. This is where these cameras really shine. So you can do gesture controls, which I think are phenomenal. So you can, all right, so let me show you here. If I want to be able to zoom in and out with my hands, I need to do this gesture. You ready? And now. Ooh. Ooh. So if I was doing a presentation or I was recording an interview and I didn't want to open up this app and come in and mess around with all these settings, I could do some simple gestures. And you can find all the gestures here within the OBSBOT Center app. You can also control a lot of these things, obviously, in the app as well, or with additional tools. It also has full voice commands, which I think are really great if you don't want to look down and mess around with things or remember what any of these gestures are. I'm going to do some voice commands, but it will turn off the camera when I do them. So what you need to know is I'm going to say these things here, right? And you'll be able to see me here on the left will stay with the other camera, and this one will turn on and off. So here we go. Sleep Tiny. And here I am. And here I am back again. Audio is now working again. The camera is now working. Now I can say tiny. One more time. Track me. All right, now it is tracking me. You can see that no matter where I move, the camera goes with me. So I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm in frame. The camera is doing that work for me. You can also, again, do some of these other voice commands to make it really easy to get exactly the look that you want. And you can lock it or do whatever it is that works best for your recording, live stream, podcast, whatever it is you're creating. I just really think that for the cost, this is significantly less than a mirrorless camera or any of the other options that are out there on the market, but without sacrificing any of the quality or functionality. And this camera is so small. So again, like awesome name. And what really gets me is that I can bring this with me and always be able to record and collect any content that I need easily, whether it's me or me and a bunch of other people that I'm recording. So great job to this team. I think that they did an amazing job with these cameras. I cannot wait to play around more with it. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Drop them in the comments or send me an email. I'd love to know if you are using any OBSBOT cameras, if you upgraded to the Tiny 3, or if you are buying it brand new. Let me know.